And we have to look right there. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
All right.
It worked.
All right. Let me scoot you back.
Boom.
Boom. All right. Let me scoot me back. Oh. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Give my mic. All right. Hey, you guys. It's Thursday Night Live with Rich.
And you said Rich to me.
With Rich and
you
Sarah.
took my name.
All right. How are you guys? I know, like, we were like, okay, we're going to try to do this live thing. How often, babe?
Once a week. Yep.
We're thinking Thursday nights.
Yep. We'd
How does work
appreciate
for
your
you guys?
input, though.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be, of course, I have like a text coming. How do you get those to stop?
You gotta say no notifications.
No
but-
notifications. I have to like put it in there. Okay. So anyway, I have a feeling there's not going to be like a ton of people on here because we're not like we're super small YouTubers right now.
Super
So
small.
right now.
Someone said
Okay.
uber small.
So I think it's going to be like people doing the playback maybe because I feel like we get more on the playback thing.
I'm scooting on over. Coming on in, girl.
All right. So
Well, then let's tell.
I see we have 2 people. Who are you guys? Say hi. Like, let us know who you are so we can shout out your channel. 3 people. Yay! We have some people on here.
Nice.
Okay, so I'll wait for you guys to kind of like share who you are. I'm gonna give you guys 2 like fair warning. We have 3 little boys, as you guys know, and like right now they are watching happily something on Netflix, right?
Yes. Masha and the Bear.
So we'll see if it lasts.
There's some parents out there who are like, oh, Masha and the Bear.
It's like
and
a
everybody else who was
Russian-
not a parent was like, what are they talking about?
We had Toy Story on and we had to switch. But either way, I don't know if we have a kid run in. I'm sorry. 4 people on. Yay.
They
Say
are
who
dressed.
you guys are.
So.
They are dressed
So at least
as
it won't
of
be
when we left
inappropriate.
them. They were dressed.
That's true.
They
who's
may
that?
not be. Who do we have?
Uh,
And then we're
I
like,
can't read.
old people
Let me
eyes.
squint my eyes.
I can say Steve Perry, biggest fan, 1987. Hey, I didn't see the other person, but hi. Thank you guys for joining. 5 people on.
Nice.
All right. So we, I don't know. How
You
want to
talk
do
for those who
This
might,
is so
there
different
might be
than
people who don't know us at all. So
Okay, because we
Okay.
did get a lot of new followers the last week.
revamp real quick. We're gonna do this live. We're gonna try and do it every week, but we're thinking right now Thursday nights. Let us know what you would want because
would
we
want.
don't really know what the best night is yet.
Because we're not really like savvy on the live thing
It's
yet.
Destiny
First,
Yoho.
Destiny Yoho. Hi, thank you
Nice.
for joining us. Okay, so
First, I like it.
you're the first
Winner,
one here.
winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Robbie's karate coach always says that. He's like, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't know. I think it's like a
Blackjack.
saying.
It's a blackjack saying.
A Jack Black.
Maybe.
He's a gambler. I'm kidding.
Yeah, buddy boy.
I think he
No,
means
it's
Jack Black.
no, it's blackjack.
Yes. Anyway.
You go winner, winner, chicken dinner when you get blackjack. Okay.
Oh, it is Blackjack.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then. I thought he was talking about Jack Black. So we thought we'll tell you guys a little bit about ourselves. We do have a video from like many years ago, like 2 years
At
ago,
least
3
2.
years ago.
Yeah.
It was awful. Like the beginning of YouTube. I feel like we'll probably look back on ourselves now, like 3 years from now, and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But 3 years
You
ago,
learn as you grow. You know what I mean?
we're learning as we grow, for
Okay.
sure.
See how
All
I
right.
did that?
You did.
Okay.
You're so cute. All right. So let's talk about ourselves. Who do we have on now?
Hello.
I can't see. Storytale Amanda.
Why? I should have put my glasses on.
I can't see. Oh, okay. Hi. How are you? Hello. Thank you for joining us. All right. So let's talk about ourselves. Do you want to
Okay.
start? How did we meet?
Okay, we met our senior year in high school.
Well, let's tell our ages. Like, I'm 35. As of Sunday, I'm 35.
That's right. We're the same
I'm
age
middle-aged.
now. Same age now. I'm 35
He's
as well.
35. We're like 9 months apart. We
Mhm.
met in high school 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Our
It
senior
was
year.
2000, so yeah, about 18 years ago. A little less than.
Okay, so tell a story.
Okay, so
I interrupt a lot.
I went to a private school my senior year of
Uh-huh.
high school and met Sarah, who also started going to the same private school from her sophomore year on.
Right.
So yeah, and then we met because we live in the
Do you want me to
Pasadena.
tell the story?
You tell.
Like,
the
do you
story.
want me to
take,
tell the
take
story?
it? Take it.
So
She's got this.
we met because it was like, okay, there was a thing. We live out in Pasadena, California, which is where, do I have a flag on me?
Don't
Oh,
mind
that's
me,
that
I'm
thing.
just stretching out.
So we live
get
in
comfortable.
Pasadena, California, which is where the Rose Parade is. So if you guys are familiar with that, we live super close to it. And when you're like a senior in high school, a girl, you can try out for the Rose Queen tryouts. So this was many years
and they
ago.
call it the Rose Court.
Rose
right?
Court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd be like on the royal
To be
court.
the
Queen or princesses.
queen or princesses of the Rose
So
Parade.
this was many years ago and a lot of pounds ago.
Don't
and
mind me, I'm just taking off my shoes.
and I was like, I don't like runners up.
Did
or
you say
something.
many pounds ago?
It
Did I
was
just
many
miss
pounds
that?
ago.
Oh,
I don't want them to look at me and be like, she was on the like
She
almost on the
was
rest
one of the princesses. Yes,
So,
they see your beautiful
years
face.
ago. So anyway, this was before twins and babies and everything. So I have to give my disclaimer.
She was 17.
17.
17.
So I had to it's like a girl ask guy thing, and so I had to ask a guy. And
Sadie Hawkins kind of thing.
it's like Sadie Hawkins. I was 16 and had never been kissed.
17.
17, never been kissed, never had a boyfriend, and then this guy came.
Then I came along.
So I had a crush on this guy
Time to
who
put
will
an end to
remain
all of
nameless
that.
because
Put
I
an end
think
to
he
it all.
watches these. And I was like super crushing on this one guy for a long time. And
Mistake.
I asked him to this girl ask guy thing only because I didn't know Rich yet, because Rich was like new
Only
to the
you're
school.
right. Clearly, if she had known me,
I would ask
she would
him.
ask me first.
So anyway, so I asked this guy. He said yes. I was like, the world is like wonderful. It's gonna be great. And then
Someone said hi. Little Women says hi.
hi, how are you? Thanks for joining us, Little Women. So anyway, I asked him, and then he said yes. And then I planned everything out. I had my dress made, everything, and then I found out he had a girlfriend at another school.
Not me. The other
no,
guy.
this
that she
other
was
guy. I
crushing
don't want
on,
to say
yeah.
his name because I know he watches this one.
Mm.
Anyway,
We're on to you.
We're on to you. You know who you are. So sorry, I was reading comments. Continue the interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Who was that? Wait, story tale.
I
It fades away
so
as soon as I
quick.
start to see
We'll
it.
have to read it after, and then tomorrow.
Or is there a way I can
shout
look at
out.
it on my phone?
You could. We should have thought this. through.
We should have
We're
done
not
this.
Thursday.
This is our
Next week.
first live.
week.
Bear with
Do
us.
you have kids? Yes,
Little
we have
women.
3 kids. We have a set of twins who they just turned 4.
4 years old.
And
yeah.
then a little boy who is 6. So
Right.
3 boys, no girls.
3 boys, no girls. I was one of 3 boys. My dad was one of 4 boys and had a sister, and then my grandfather was one of 6 boys.
Lots of boys.
So we have 1 aunt in 4 generations and
Lots
a lot
of
of
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
We're
All right.
kind of due for a girl. Anyway,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Go live tomorrow.
We should. It's fun
Maybe
doing
it'll
it.
be a
We
better
like
night.
doing live.
So yeah, we're trying to figure out what the best night is to go live.
And we periodically will do lives at Disneyland or just whenever I'm in
Well,
the car and I'm bored.
yeah, and once we figure out what the night is, it's like if we're at Disneyland or whatever it is we're doing, we'll stick to that. We're going live.
Right.
So hey, if we're at a sporting event, whatever it is, that's it. We're going live.
And we have a
Obviously,
game
most of the
tonight.
nights will be at home,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying.
Tonight we have a game for you, but I'll finish our story really quick and
Yep.
then we'll do our game. So this guy said he said yes. Found out he had a girlfriend. Was not having that because I'm not a home wrecker. And
Wrecking
so I
homes.
totally cut it off with him. And it's 7 p.m. at night here in California.
Yep.
So then
Well,
this
7:30.
guy I found this guy was new to school and all the
I know, I did
girls
say
were crushing on Rich Christensen.
I was the
And
new
so
guy.
I
The
I
new senior.
immediately broke it off with this other jerk, and I asked this guy if he would go with me to the dance, and then
Which I
the
wanted her
Rose
to ask
Ball.
me the whole time.
the rest is history, and we've only dated each other ever since, and he was my first kiss, and he'll be my last.
There
and
it
that's
is.
it.
There you've had it.
So there you guys have it. Where are the kids? The kids are in the other room because I feel like they are not
They're gonna ruin the
YouTube
game.
live trained yet.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game,
So
and
we're gonna play a little
I don't think they're
game.
gonna work. It won't work out yet.
Yes,
you know.
we are gonna play. I'm gonna do this wrong.
And mostly the 4-year-olds, right? I mean,
They are
our
new
oldest might be able
4-year-olds.
to. He'd probably be all right.
Okay.
The 4-year-olds will be hard.
Never have I ever. Is what we're gonna play.
Yeah, never
Okay.
have I ever. If you
It's
haven't.
10 here. She said. Oh, okay. You
Oh,
must
okay,
be,
so you got to be
East
on the East Coast then.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
East
Where
Coast.
on the East Coast? We'll wait for your response. Yay! What's it called? So if you haven't played this game before, basically Sarah will do the question asking.
Uh-huh.
So you ask an interesting question, and then we'll hold up the signs and say, "Never have I ever." Wow, mine's real washed out.
Can we ask the questions? Yeah. So we're gonna do some
Wait.
questions.
Ah!
United States.
Why is
Cool,
mine that
okay.
way? Oh, I gotta hold it
Um,
like that. So it's never have I ever, or simply
This is awkward first. Okay.
I
we,
have.
We
Wow.
have a list
Mine
of.
is really washed out. Yours came out fine though.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
We have a list
Maybe if I go
of
like-
15 or 20 questions that we'll just ask, ask and then we'll hold up our sign. Okay. Never have I ever. I have a question.
Okay.
Or a mirrored image. Is that better? Is that better, you guys?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Your
I
letters
think
are-
that's good. I couldn't see the question for the game, but you can answer. You can ask it during the game. Okay. So there's I have. There's never have I
Oh,
ever.
yours turned out so well. Oh, okay, mine are good.
Okay.
Mine are getting there. All right.
Question number 1, and we'll give you guys a second to see, because you guys can answer, do you think we have, or do you think we never have?
Okay.
Or is Rich has, or Sarah
I like
has?
that.
So
I like
again,
that.
Sarah, Rich, got it? Okay,
No.
good. All right,
I'm Rick.
I'm a previous elementary school teacher, so I'm very we're gonna do it like this. So, I'm controlling, is
I'm
what
good
we're
with
trying
that.
to
I'm
say.
good with that.
All right,
Not the controlling part, the organized part.
I'm not organized. Never have you ever went to,
The bathroom, in the bed,
More than once. turn paper over. Oh, I
Yeah,
will.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Wait. Tell
the
me.
person is a turn paper over. Hold on. Oh, it's my mom. Mom.
Wait. If we hold it that way, does it look right, or do we need to turn it around?
I think that's
I'll
right.
keep it up till you tell me otherwise, because it looks right to us when we look at it, but maybe
Just say yes. Somebody says you're pretty. I think
they meant me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Around.
Oh.
Really? So
is
then.
that right?
That works though. Is that right?
That's right.
We'll wait. There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Crazy. So to us,
Oh
it
my
looks the
gosh.
opposite
So it
when we're
should
looking
be
at
like
it.
that.
Got it.
Newbies.
Okay. Cool.
Newbies. All right.
Alright, so just know that you should look at
Just hold it like I thought it would.
Look
So
at
like
the
that.
dot.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. First question. Never have I ever sung karaoke before.
Never.
We should have given him a second to answer. So, story here.
All right.
Because
I haven't. I got no story. Go
he
ahead.
has no story. I'm a big like show tunes person, musical theater.
Been in
nerd.
musicals. All
Not
that,
like professional or anything. But the question was, have you ever sung karaoke before? I have sung karaoke many times.
Publicly, though.
Publicly.
Can't be like at home.
Yeah, no. Like I do it at home all the time. Like, but
I do it in the
publicly-
shower all day long. Okay.
Publicly, I have. Rich is in the Marine Corps, and we moved, to like Virginia and Washington D.C. area for a few years, and it was my first time like moving away from home, and I made a bunch of friends, military wives.
They're just breaking out.
And we would all go out karaokeing, and there was only like one other wife, my friend Katie, and myself, who would get up and sing all the time. And if you want us to sing Cracklin' Rose, we will take down the house with that. Is that the song?
Cracklin' Rose
Yes,
by Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
You can do it. Like
Very good. Okay.
lots of
All
songs. So I
right.
have. All right.
All right. Next
question.
Next one.
Never have I ever watched Gilmore Girls. You want to tell this one?
Clearly she did, because when Gilmore Girls was out, she was that age group, and like that was the target market audience that they were going for anyway. Now for me, I never had seen it ever until they did that. Like, what was the most recent one?
They like just
Shoot,
redid
they were
one
all grown
2
up,
Christmases ago.
right? Yeah, like a Christmas or so ago. And I
They
was
watched it
in
with
law
me.
school, and I had a break, and I remember Sarah put it on, and she's like, "But watch it with me." And I was like, "Okay, I can't watch this."
We had
Here's-
the flu. We were like,
Here's
okay,
what I
we'll
will
watch
say. From watching it, because I don't really like all the banter and stuff, it's like a little too much for me.
it. It's
But
witty banter.
I liked the idea of the Rory. I liked the idea of like how she like made it, did well in school, and went on to an Ivy League and stuff. Somehow I thought that was like really cool. Like in spite of some of the struggles, she prevailed, and so I kind of like that element of the story. So even though I spent like 20 years saying that show is garbage, I'd never watch it, from that one
You did.
reunion thing they did where somebody got married,
He ended up watching.
I ended up
all
watching
the others.
not all the others, but a few more because of it. So I'll say the writing's not so bad. It's a decent show. All right,
All
that's
Next
it.
one.
No judgment.
This is kind
No
of a silly
judgment.
one. Have you ever pretended to know a stranger? I was like, that's kind of
Have
weird.
I ever pretended to know a stranger? I'm defaulting and saying no, but I can't think of if I ever have.
Story here.
Story, tell me.
What did she say?
Hi.
Oh, I have kinda. You have kinda. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You guys gotta write what you've done. Like, tell us.
I
about it.
have.
So
kinda.
I have
I have
only-
kinda. Go ahead.
I have only, and I don't even know if Richard's gonna remember this, because we've been like, we're
Pretend
35.
to
It's
know
been
a
like 18 years that we've known each other like almost our whole lives, like almost half our lives.
Okay.
So one time we were at the grocery store. I think we didn't have kids yet, and there was a car that looked. Rich had like a white GT Mustang when we first got married, and I thought I was getting into his car. Do you remember this?
What?
Do you
No,
remember this?
I do not.
And
remember
like
this.
I opened the door like an idiot, and I got into this other guy's white Mustang.
Dang,
he
he
was
came-
sitting in the car.
He came up.
No.
Okay.
He was sitting in the car, and I was just like, "Oh hi!" And then I like shut the door. So I don't know if that's kind of pretending.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really. I kind of was. I mean, I think they
I-
mean more like, did you walk up to somebody and you were just like, "Hey," and like started
Hey,
a
and acted like
conversation.
you knew him. Yeah.
But I
okay.
kind of did because I felt awkward and
I
then I
gotcha.
like didn't know how to go
I like
with
it.
it. That's stupid.
That's
Like,
crazy.
It's not something I would do.
Yeah.
I'm very klutzy and silly. Like
All
that.
right. Hit us with the next one.
Okay. Have you ever had a celebrity crush? I feel like that's just
A
like,
celebrity crush.
come on.
Oh, sorry.
Who hasn't?
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right. Want me to go first?
Who's your celebrity crush?
Okay,
Let's hear
my
it.
celebrity crush, and Sarah already knows this one, is easily hands down Selma Hayek. That woman is beautiful. She's been beautiful since I was an adolescent. She is aged beautifully. She has
She has. I
stayed
will hand her
beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Beautiful.
Always been my celebrity crush. She is my go-to celebrity crush if you ever ask me. Boom.
All right.
And I know hers.
Who's mine?
It's McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Did you bring McConaughey?
My mom
Would have
hates
been
him.
real cool if you did.
I know. Richard doesn't like him. You're only 10. We have a 10-year-old. Oh, cool. Well, you're very mature because our little boy is almost 7, and I don't know if he could handle doing that. So, welcome. All right. So, I said I have, and it was Matthew McConaughey. And
Matthew McConaughey. Now, but why? When did that start? How'd
I
that
don't even
come
know.
about?
What is
I know.
How did it come about?
Because in around 2003-ish, when we were dating, I took you to see How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Those
Now,
were his better years, yes.
You may have liked him before that.
Mm-mm.
I don't really know,
His
but I
Dazed
feel
and
like
Confused years were not good.
see, and I thought Dazed and Confused he was kind of hilarious. It's some
And
of
I
his
told
best
Richard,
lines.
Richard jokes that I like older men. Like, he's like, oh, is that one old, young enough for you? And it's
Yeah.
like a grandpa-looking guy. But because I'm like, some men age like a fine wine.
Mhm.
McConaughey's on the list.
McConaughey's
Age, like
there.
you get better with age.
Some men do, huh?
Says it's a daddy complex.
Okay.
All right, someone's saying something, but I hear you. I think it's a text. All right, next question.
It is.
Have you ever cheated on a test?
I should have these ready to go. No.
We both have, I thought for sure you would cheat.
What? Me?
Oh, I was like, he probably
No,
should.
I can't think of it any time.
Because you're like, he's more daring than I am.
That's
He's
true.
way more like, now he's like Mr.
But I feel like with a test or sports or anything, it's like if you have to cheat, you have immediately conceded to failing.
Mom, you used
It's
to
like,
say, you
how
cheat
can
yourself when you
well,
cheat.
it's not even just that. It's like therefore you didn't win. There's
Right.
no way you won since you
Right.
cheated. You immediately said, I couldn't win by the actual constraints of whatever it is, a test or a game that you're playing, therefore
Yeah.
I lost.
I would rather just like.
And so I'd rather
lose.
just accept, whatever level of failure I have than cheat. That's where I'm at.
So you
You?
know, we've never
Yep.
cheated.
Never.
All right.
Never.
Next question.
Okay, where are we at?
Oh, I know. Have you ever snuck into a movie? Now, does this mean like you paid for one movie and snuck into another?
I'm
or,
going
like,
to say it's left to interpretation. I'm going to say I have.
I never have. I've
So-
never even movie hopped.
That's
I
what
follow
I've done.
rules, people.
That's what I've done. So
I am a rule follower.
sometime in my adolescence, I couldn't tell you the year. I couldn't even tell you the movies. But there's at some point I know I went from watching one movie and just walked over to the other theater and started watching another one. That has happened once in my life. Now, is that sneaking in? It's not. There's no sneaking. Well, I guess there's kind of sneaking. I
It's
don't know.
sneaking.
I don't know. It's not really.
If
a
you
sne-
paid,
it's
you
not
paid
your
for one movie.
idea of sneaking.
You paid for one
I've never
movie.
like gone through the door, the exit, and like came in. I never did that.
I feel like if you this is my thing. You don't pay to go like all day to the movies and to every movie. You
Now,
pay for the
but
one
my
movie.
adolescent mind said I paid for a ticket to get in.
Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, if you
Never
did it last
mind that
week,
my
I'd be
ticket
mad.
said one movie, but that's how I justified it when
I
I was a
can't
kid.
see if we have
I'm just telling you. That's
5
what it is. I'm not promoting it. I'm not telling you to go do it, but it happened.
All right.
That's a
He's
true story.
honest.
That's a true story.
Okay. Construction paper writing on here. Okay.
You're not a teacher.
Have you ever eaten something that has fallen on the floor?
Oh, please. Is that even a question? I want to say who hasn't.
I totally have.
That's the other way. Remember, it has to be this way.
I thought they said it had to show. The
No,
right
no.
way. Who's
See?
right now? Rich or Sarah? Tell me.
Yeah, which one's holding it up?
Who's holding the sign right? Rich or Sarah?
Because we'll go off that. No, it's going to be me. Mine's facing the
We're
right
waiting
way.
for somebody to tell
They told
us.
us before. They said my way was the right way before. Rich's.
Oh,
I
darn
told
it.
you. They told us before. See, okay.
So confident. I was
So
like,
the question was, have you ever eaten anything off the floor?
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't?
Who has not done the 5
I
second
mean,
rule?
my goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the whole 5-second rule. You pick it up, blow it off. Like, you're not going to let a good, like,
It
Whopper
depends-
go to waste
I
or
feel like
something
it depends
like that.
on where you
Like-
are. Like if I'm at the hospital, I mean,
Oh, I have a lot. Yeah, see, I
I would at home. I
Yeah,
don't-
wait, that's true. If I'm at the hospital and I had, like, a stick of gum or, like, whatever, a chip, and it
Ugh.
fell to the ground,
that chip's done.
it's done. The hospital has claimed it. I'm not picking it up. Not in the hospital. I agree to the
5-second rule, I
5-second
know.
rule,
but not
but
at
not
all.
in the hospital.
Like there's certain places like
or
a
like
hospital.
if I'm at a porta-john. Yeah,
Well, I
it
gotta-
claimed it. Not that I have. Not that I have food.
Like why do you have food in a porta john?
But what if I go to get like a stick of gum out and then like
Okay, I have one for you.
Done.
Disneyland.
not.
Because this happened. We were there 2 weeks ago, and one of our little boys dropped his pizza on the floor and like was like
Pizza.
and he went to
But thing too. It depends on
Which
what
is
you
not
drop, right?
inappropriate.
It's not like I'm gonna drop like an ice cream cone and then scoop it off the ground, and you know what I mean. But if it's something like solid, yeah, and even at Disneyland, if it's something solid, a chip or something, I'll pick it up. I'll eat it.
I pretty much am an at-home kind of girl.
It has to be at home. All
It
right.
has to be at home.
All right.
All right. Never have I ever eaten the inside of Oreos and put the like cookie
Oreos
parts
back.
without the filling.
Pet peeve of mine. Pet peeve of mine.
That's me.
Yeah.
Now, I will let you know, I have not done it since we've had the children, because I don't think that's fair, and I
That's-
don't do it when other people
Oh.
are visiting. And I would never
It's
offer
not
other
fair
people.
to do to the children.
It's like
So
we
it's
have a
so
plate.
bad of a thing you couldn't do it to children.
It's like we have a
But never
plate.
mind, Rich. He can pull out a
It's like
cookie
we've had
that's been
plates
licked
about it.
on and eat it all day long.
I think your brother
Jeez.
does that too, right?
Yeah, my brother Jeff does that. When we were when we were teenagers, I remember my older brother,
Is this right?
Ken, pulled out a whole thing of, this whole sleeve of Oreos. They had all the centers licked out. He was so upset about it.
But
It's
the funny,
hilarious.
I think
It was
the part I
hysterical.
think is hilarious is that Rich went from like the furnace to the fire, and then he married me, and now I do it to him too. Like even your brothers did it, now I do it.
Yeah.
And I'm also
Who does that?
Who takes the cheese off a pizza ever? Like, does anybody ever just like
Oh,
take a little topping
That
off?
ruins it for me. How can you take the cheese? If you're gonna eat the slice, claim the slice. Don't take the cheese off someone else's pizza. She said I do.
I know, right?
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Awful people. You horrible human beings.
Never have I ever played a prank. I can't read my brain. Played a prank on someone.
Oh, come on.
Who has a really good prank they played?
Now that's a
Sauce
trick
is the
question
best
because
part.
it's never. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say I have, you have, we all have.
We all have played some.
We
sort
all
of
have.
prank.
What's yours?
We have a few. One time we scared the heck out of my aunt by hiding in her
I've
closet.
heard this
It was
story.
so bad. I feel really bad about it. So, because she like, she's young, but like, I think she could have had a heart attack or something.
Yeah, they like jumped out and scared her in her own apartment.
We like got there before.
they
her. It was
legitimately
awful. Like it was
terrified.
my parents too. I was like little.
Yeah.
I mean, not.
And her aunt is so sweet. It's a
And
horrible,
the other horrible thing
horrible
I did, and I have told my best friend Summer Bratt, who is now Summer Strawn, this a million times.
Oh, you calling out
I
people
am
by
so
name
sorry, Summer, for when we had my 13th birthday party. I think my mom knows this.
Now. Oh,
Summer
I know
fell
where you're going. I've
asleep
heard this story,
early,
too.
and all the girls were like, "Oh, let's put like shaving cream on her hand," and then you tickle her nose, and then she'll slap the shaving cream in her hand or whatever. I think it was like whipped cream or something. And I was like, "Okay," and then I did it, and I feel so bad because she's like my best friend, and I sold out to the cool crowd.
Yep.
Sorry, Summer, I love you.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
next
let me
question.
give mine.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the quick,
sorry.
easy prank that we used to do almost like every April Fool's when I was a kid was
Which
you would
is my
set up
birthday.
like a cup of water on a door like slightly open, and when somebody opens it, the water will then dump on the person. I haven't done it because now her birthday's on April Fool's,
It's
and
not
it's like
funny.
it just seems mean to be
Anything-
pranking her on her birthday every year. So now we don't even do April Fool's.
We did do like the whole we're having triplets like a bunch of years after we
Yeah.
had the twins, and then now it's not funny.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, no, you're not.
And then my only other prank was, when I was a kid, this was done to me by my brother, and then so we did it to my friend when he was spending the night, and my brother's friends were spending the night. And it's this trick where you pretend you're gonna do, like hypnotize them. You go into like a dark room. You say, "Hey, mirror what I do," and you both pick up plates and you hold these plates,
Like, what kind of
right?
thing
I know.
are these?
And then you use like have a mirror, so you're like touching the back of the plate, doing this. You have them touch their face. What the person doesn't know that picks up the plate and is holding it is the dark side of the mirror. A lighter's been brought to it, and when you put a flame under like porcelain or whatever. Or ceramic, it actually creates like this little black soot all over the back of it. So while they're mirroring and wiping their hand on the plate, and then they have them wipe their hand on their face, and then they stop and they go, "Oh, I guess it didn't work." The rest of the night, the guy sits with all this black stuff all over his face, and nobody says anything. Great prank. Haven't done it. In
Never
20
have I
years.
done
It's
that.
hilarious. Though.
All right.
All right.
Ah,
Next.
Well, now we know a little more
Now
insight into
you know.
Now we know. All right. Some of these are kind of like. Yeah. Never have I ever lied about my age.
Never have I ever lied about my age.
Is this right? I keep doing this wrong. I have never lied about my age.
Never
Every
lied
time I've
about
been
my age.
carded at like a restaurant or something, I'm always like, "Do you need to see my ID?"
Yeah.
Because I always get carded. I'm not like just for anything. I always get carded for a glass of wine or anything. And so now it's to the point where the last time I did it, I like was we ordered and they like got my ID out and I was like, here you go, and they're like, oh, we're
Yeah,
fine.
we're good. And you're
We
like,
know you're 30.
we got it. Yeah, I don't
It's a
know.
hard moment.
I don't know that men even ever really lie about
No.
30. I don't know if you have a reason to, but
I don't think nowadays anybody really does. Like, I feel like it was like a thing of like the Mad Men era. or something.
Yeah.
It's just not really-
Like women were ashamed to be
Yeah.
older or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay.
All right.
We all get old.
Have you ever lost your kid in a store or an amusement park or anywhere? Never have I ever, because I'm very conscious about this sort of thing.
Oops. All right.
Just sing your song.
Here's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Robbie and I were in line at a ride in Disneyland. It was soaring over California at the time, okay? And
This was recent.
literally, I walked forward, and I knew Robbie hadn't seen the line move forward. However, I figured like he would look and see, and then like come forward. And then when I looked back, I realized he didn't come forward to get to me. He ended up getting out of line and running back. So there was like 10, 15 seconds there. I was like, what just happened to my child? And I'm at Disneyland, right? It's like the last place
And I
you
didn't
want
go
to
on
lose
the
a
ride
kid.
because I was with the twins.
Who knows, right? And then
He's gonna see this.
what he did though that was really clever is he thought if he
Oh my
like
God, he's
if
so
he yelled
cute.
out "Dad," he's like, well, there's a lot of dads here.
He's
So
so
I
cute.
end
You
up
never told him.
hearing my son's little voice, Richard,
Richard!
and he's like coming running, and I go, Robbie, I'm over! And he came over, and he was like, you could tell it freaked him out more than
It was
freaked
like
me
he
out.
was literally like 10 people away from Richard.
But he didn't know. He thought I was
that.
like,
He
gone,
couldn't,
gone.
you know, see
But I
Richard.
thought it was so cute that he thought to yell my name.
So we
as
asked him,
opposed
we're
to
like, how come?
Daddy.
I'm like, how come you weren't yelling Dad? And he's like, Mom, if I had yelled Dad, then every guy would have turned around and looked. And I'm like, oh, you're so smart.
Yeah.
Like,
It was cute.
so
It was
cute.
cute. Good
All
moment.
right.
Good moment. My bad.
Next one. Have you ever been on a television show or on the radio?
Boom. What you have?
I have.
I
I've been on a
never
television
have.
show. Okay, story.
Oh,
My
you
mom
have.
used to work for Paramount Studios, and there was a show, excuse me, years and years and years ago called Picket Fences
Picket fences.
with Tom Skerritt.
Yeah, scare it.
Copied, I'm sorry. And I was like 7 maybe or 8,
Yeah.
like first or second grade. And my mom was the location manager, so her job was in like San Gabriel Valley area to find all the locations that the producers wanted to film different series and
Yeah.
shows. I have somebody saying something. Hold on.
Karina the animator.
My English might be bad because I live in Korea. Oh, welcome.
That's
Very
cool.
cool. No,
Okay.
you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Unapologetically.
Hey, hi, how are you guys? Yeah. Okay, so anyway, my mom worked for Paramount, and so they needed extras. Like, they had this scene where they had to have all these little kids, I think, outside of a school or like a trick-or-treating scene or
Okay.
something, and I got to do it. And I got to meet him. And then another
So were
time...
you like in the background?
Yeah, I was like an extra.
So you
there.
didn't
I
have a
don't-
line.
I
You didn't have a
or
line.
anything.
Okay,
It's like,
okay.
yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, guys. Hey, how are you? Sorry, I can't see very well from, and I
I
have my
know, 'cause
glasses
it's
on,
so
so I'm
small.
like, I should have,
It's Marie.
next
Okay,
week
cool.
we'll have our like iPad or phone so we can read everybody's everything.
And let us know too, like, because we're gonna do a weekly live. I know I've said this before, but those who are just getting on, let us know what night you think is a good night to
We're
do
thinking
it.
Thursday night.
So far, we're thinking
so-
Thursday nights, but tell us otherwise,
Yeah,
so we
if
can
you
know.
guys
Like,
have another
we'll
night.
plan it
So
out. a
We're
little
trying to do
better.
it once a week, and
Yeah.
okay, so that is my experience being on TV.
So you're background at Picket
Background at
Fences.
Picket
That's pretty cool. I haven't been
Okay.
on TV or anything at all. Okay.
Next question: have you ever been so sunburned that you got sick?
Have you ever been so sunburned that you
But
got
never
sick?
have I ever. If you're just now joining us,
Never have I ever. Here it is. Yeah, I have.
do you want to tell the story?
I know one for the both of us.
For the both of us, I
right?
think
so,
it's the same one. You
um,
have
yeah,
Shane, I have two. Oh yeah.
So, when we got married, my parents sent us to Hawaii for our honeymoon. And when we got there, to Maui specifically, the island of Maui, right? And when we got there, I wanted to make sure we had sunblock on because we're closer to the equator, and
We had never been.
you're more susceptible to get sunburn. So I go and buy from this like vendor there at the hotel.
Like-
This like super expensive, supposed to be great for you
Organic.
sunblock, organic. It
You got
not doesn't
sick
give you the
over it.
same sort of chemicals that other copper tone or any others use, right?
Uh-huh.
So we both get this. We put it on us appropriately all over. Next day, burned. We're burned
No.
like sick burn.
We are so burned that we like the next morning we wake up and I'm just like I got it.
We can't. We're
Everything's
like
burned.
yeah.
And then we go to dinner
I
like
feel like
that
I get-
night, and we just like laid around watching movies all day because nobody could
We
move.
couldn't go
or
outside.
go outside or go jet skiing or like anything we had planned that day. Go to the beach.
Yeah.
And then that night we're like, well, we'll go to dinner. So we go to dinner, and I literally start like getting sick in the bathroom, and my kidneys are hurting. I am so sunburned. I like probably have kidney damage now from it. I had to call in like antibiotics. Awful like 3 days of the 9 days we were on.
Yeah, it was bad.
So yes, we have both been very badly. So I'm sorry I see comments, but we'll have to like look at it later.
Yeah, I
'cause
know.
we weren't
It's
prepared well
okay. And
We'll
then
read 'em
I've
out.
also been sick before because I grew up swimming on a swim team, and every now and again, if I was a kid and I was out all day at the pool or whatever, every now and again I'd get sunburned, and then it's been so bad, like I got the sick one. So that's my other way. Okay, so let's go. Never have I ever.
I think we'll just do one more, and then we'll open it for questions because we've been on about 30 minutes. So odd.
It's been like 30 minutes, but we're down to only
30
two people. 3 thumbs
But
up.
2
and
people
2
that love us.
That's
'cause
true.
You're still here.
You're still
You
here.
guys love us. I think some people will catch it on the repeat.
Yeah. What else we got?
I think we're like, we had 20 of them.
Okay.
We'll do one more.
We'll do at least a few more. Here we go.
Never have I ever been pulled over by a police officer and given a ticket for something. It's awkward for me.
Oh, you have too. Okay.
But I have like a lot.
All right. So I have, but not since 2007.
I have as early
Wait,
as
can I say
December.
my last one? Okay. So yeah, she did yesterday.
Oh, I have a
Actually,
really
she
funny
had
one
one earlier
No,
today.
I
No.
didn't. Not like 2 this year.
In
My
2007.
mother hasn't gotten a ticket once. Oh my gosh!
What?
Wow.
Dang. Okay, so in 2007, the last ticket I got, I was driving in Texas, the state of Texas,
Oh.
and we were trying to get to an airport. This was after my buddy and I went to a wedding and all this stuff, and it is a Marine wedding. My Marine buddy and I were trying to get back to the airport because we both lived in Los Angeles, and we're driving on one of those like open country roads, and I'm just driving along, not paying attention. My buddy's sleeping next to me, and I honestly was just going to go past a semi. I was probably going like over 80 miles per hour, and I really didn't actually notice because everybody was kind of moving kind of fast, and I had been driving for like hours. So this cop pulls me over, and he already gives me the ticket and realizes like, oh, you're Marine guys who are like came to see and it's Texas, so Texas is huge on like service members, and he's looked at me, he's like, I wish I knew before I wrote the ticket. It's already now like, I guess they have like a carbon copy that's in the book now. And he goes, well, here's the number for the judge. Call her and see if she might let you off because you're out of state and you're a Marine and da-da-da-da. Anyway, I tried to call, and like I couldn't get past the receptionist. They were like, why are you calling? And what do you say? I'm trying to get out of a ticket. So that was my last ticket, 2007. Never had a ticket since.
Okay, I have 2 stories.
Which that's 11 years ago.
Neither has my father. He hasn't gotten a ticket once. Oh my
What?
gosh!
How
Wow,
do
you
you
guys have
go
a very
so-
like rule following.
That's
family. I like
good,
that.
though.
That's good. Mine are never
Tough.
like I'm going 90 miles an hour.
Oh, now I'm 90. Go ahead.
Some of us have known.
What are yours like?
Okay, so I will let you guys know. So he's a Marine, right, in the military, and we lived on a bunch of different military bases. When you live on a military base, if you are the wife, the spouse, or the child of the service member, and you get pulled over on the base, and the MPs, they call them military police, they're like super strict. And so
They
if
are.
you get pulled over for anything, he's reprimanded and not
Yeah,
you.
my
So
boss
it's awful.
basically
Like,
gets
his
told
boss finds out, he
that
gets reamed.
Somebody in
for
my
it.
family doesn't know how to drive on
so
base.
I was very good about driving on base.
Yeah, I
like the
never had that
15
happen to
miles
us.
an hour.
Yeah,
Never had it happen to us, right?
never. Not
Okay.
at that time.
Then we get
Then
out
I
of
got
active
out of
duty.
the Marine Corps.
So I was pulled over once last year, and it was for like cell phone use. Because
Using
one
the
of my
cell
friends
phone
had
and
just, she was
driving?
calling to tell me she was pregnant or something, and I was like, oh my gosh.
No,
And then he's like, he pulled me over, and he's like,
She
were you
was
using
doing
your
one
cell
of
phone?
these. She was doing this live. That's what she was doing. She got
No,
pulled
I
over.
was not. I really
Shoot.
wasn't. He's being
Okay, I'm
a
joking.
liar right now.
All right.
Okay, but I have to tell you this story because I think there's 2 that are funny.
Oh, you got another one. Here we go.
So I was pulled over, and I'm like, he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? And that's like really, like, yes, I get they have to ask it. So I'm like, because I was like on my cell phone, and he's like,
No.
But he has this look on his face like, were you on your cell phone?
Yeah.
And then he's like, stands there. He doesn't say what
And
else.
then you were like-
but I feel compelled to like keep saying, I'm like, because I was going 45 in a 35 mile zone or whatever it was.
And he's like,
no. And then I'm like, I keep like, I didn't have
And
my
then he's
seatbelt.
like,
I
let
was like,
me-
I didn't have my seatbelt on.
And he's like, let me
And he's
stop
like,
you there.
let me stop you there before you like tell me you have some sort of bad stuff in your trunk or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, I pulled you over because like your right tail light is out or
Right,
whatever.
right. It's
And I was like, oh my gosh. And then he's like, I'm not going to give you a ticket for anything, just a warning. That. And And then the second funny time was Rich and I for Halloween dressed up as cats this last year. You guys can go check out that video. And like they're the warmest outfits. They're not. They're like jammies, like,
They're like
cat
jumpies,
jammies, like
jumpsuits
onesies,
or whatever. Onesies, yeah.
So we like randomly put them on one really cold night, and then my mom got in a car accident. So we like drove over to my parents'
Yeah,
house.
we were messing around with the kids in these onesie cat suits.
Yeah.
It was like just after Halloween,
Yeah.
so it's not
we still
Halloween.
had them on our little jumpsuits.
So we're
it's not
messing
Halloween.
around.
It's like 3 weeks after.
And yeah,
We
your
have to
mom
get in the
gets
car
in an
'cause she has a
accident.
car accident,
We're like,
so-
let's just leave the onesies on and go
Whatever,
see
we're
what's
gonna go
going
check
on.
on her. We get pulled over
With
and-
these cat
and
onesie
this guy,
suits
and they
on.
didn't even know what to say. 2 cops and they came to the door and
He
they were
didn't
like,
even know what to do.
they didn't even know and then Rich was like, did you think we were cat burglars or
Yeah.
something like that? So those are the 2 times I've ever had any sort of police activity in my life. All right, tickets. All right, I think that's it. I mean, we have a lot more, but I don't want to keep like dragging on here.
Let's go one more.
One more.
One
Okay.
more. Because we got 4 people now. Oh, we just lost somebody.
I feel like it keeps going in and out though.
Yeah.
I better find out. We had like 37 of you online.
Yeah.
On here, and I'm kidding. Have you ever sung in the shower before? I feel like I'm singing.
Sung in the shower.
Rich
Who?
does it every day.
Yeah,
All the time.
I have. But my question is like, who hasn't sung in the shower? Like, my goodness, is it? Yeah, there's have for both of us. I mean, that's like.
Oh, have you ever met a celebrity? That's a good one.
Oh, okay, you go.
Okay, so living in
'Cause I really
California,
haven't.
I have again.
I haven't.
You would think because my mom worked for
I've
Paramount.
seen celebrities. I've never met a celebrity.
So my mom working for Paramount, like she had been around a lot of celebrities because she saw them like every day, like for work. I have, funny enough, like only seen them outside of that pretty much. And so I ran into, oh, there's a question. My older brother who is
2 years old is a troublemaker, and when he got out of the car, I can't
Oh
see the
man,
rest.
okay, we'll have to go back and read that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I can't read it. Anyway, so I have met like John C. Riley at Whole Foods Market. He's
Can
the
we
guy
put
from.
like, does this just open up? I'm
I don't
sorry,
know, don't do
everyone.
it.
Nope, won't do it. Never mind.
Oh my god.
Never mind. Thought
All
that
right.
would
I
show
met
me the
John C.
comments.
I met John C. Riley who was in like Step Brothers.
John C. Riley played Will Ferrell's
In Step Brothers.
counterpart in Step Brothers.
And then
Yeah.
I've met Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, you met like all these
That's it.
people. Adam
Richard-
Sandler, Jim Carrey.
Richard ran into somebody the other day at the gym. Who was it?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
He's like this big bodybuilder guy. He's really funny. But I just like literally like walked past him. I was on the phone. I didn't bother saying like, hey, because I just figured like let him be in the zone, let him go work out.
Yeah, they were good people.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's
Alright.
like it for me.
So that's it. So any questions from any of you guys?
Yeah, anybody got a never have I ever question they want to ask?
Us.
Us, that is.
It's like
there's a
cricket.
delay. Little delay.
No delay. There's no one asking.
They're like, I don't have a question.
I'm trying. We'll give it like a minute, and then if you can think of anything, I mean, I feel like should we do a song or dance? Should
Yes.
we are trying to post more actively, you guys, on our channel, and trying to get a post up every week. Trying to schedule a little more. So we have some stuff going right now. We have like
Yeah, let's say what we got going.
family vlogs, obviously, which I try to do more of. I'm going to be doing like at least a couple of those a week.
Yeah.
We homeschool, so I'm trying to get some homeschool vlogs out to you guys throughout
That's
the
right.
week. And then we like have fun doing like comedy sketches.
We're
I
doing
don't
some
know.
comedy stuff lately. If you've seen it,
Ever broken a valuable possession. Ooh, that's good.
never have I ever
Broken
broken a
a
valuable
valuable
possession. That is really good because
that's a
I'm
good question.
sure I have, but I can't.
My
think
kids
of it.
like break stuff all the time at my
Which
parents.
seems
that are
sad.
valuable.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say I have.
What was it?
And what it was it wasn't that the thing itself was very valuable, but it had sentimental value. It was your mom's childhood dresser. We loaded it in the
you
back of your
did.
dad's truck. I was driving. I leave to make a left turn at a light, and it's in the back of the truck, and it slides across the bed, hits the side of the truck, and just dumps out onto the street. But when it hits the street, it literally just goes into all these pieces, and it was her mother's childhood
Oh, Mama and
dresser.
Papa
So,
JCTV. Hey guys.
hey, what's up, JCTV?
We were just doing a never have I ever.
we're just kind of wrapping up a never have I
So if
ever.
you guys have ever wondered crazy questions. we
Yeah,
just, like,
and right now we
distilled
opened it
guts.
up to the audience. So like,
You
if
guys
you
can
have a
ask
question
us
you want to ask us,
any
never
never
have
have
I
I-
ever, we'll tell you. And so the last question
There's like
was,
not a lot of people on.
have
like
you
half of them
ever
are family.
have you ever broken anything valuable? And I'm explaining how I broke a dresser of my mother.
He broke my mom's
when I-
childhood dresser.
Yeah, I was
while we
driving
were
in a
moving.
truck, made a left turn, it slid across the truck, spilled all over the street. It was horrible.
It was
Okay,
awful.
what
My
about
mom
you?
had to forgive him. Okay, Darn, we missed it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay,
You guys can replay maybe if you care. I mean, I
Yeah.
totally understand.
It's
Your
long,
life's
but-
busy and it's long.
And hey, by the way, JCTV, we were inspired by
Yes.
you for the live because we enjoy watching
You guys,
your
I'm
live.
sure
we
you all
thought
know
we
them.
do some
Yeah.
live because
We
they got
like,
the right idea.
We like love you guys.
Yeah.
We need to do like a meetup.
Yeah, if
We
people
need to
haven't
meet up.
seen JCTV, check them out. Like, I love their motto, never let anything hold you back. Everything, like, they do great challenges, everything. Like, check them out. They're excellent channel. Like,
Very
one
good
of the better channels I've seen on YouTube, for
Yeah.
real, too.
Rich has. Can I share about your brother?
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
it okay? And it's fine. Rich's brother is well, he's like 40 something now, but
Yeah.
he grew up with some special need issues. He's I guess technically Asperger's.
More like Asperger's, yeah.
So it's a lot of
And like by now he's older, you wouldn't really know, to be honest. But growing
He's
up
gone
as a
through a lot.
kid and being younger in adolescence was a much
thanks,
harder
guys,
time for
Mama
him.
and Papa would love to meet you guys. I'm sorry, it went away. I think it's
Yeah,
like-
it was just makes it
I'll
saying we
read
should
it
meet
later.
up.
We'll
We
read
will
it
meet up
Anyway,
later.
because
We gotta get
your
our
channel's been
things to
super
say.
inspiring, so it's really just cool. It makes
Yeah,
us,
JCTV's channel
Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
we love watching you guys. All right, so someone else with us. Never have you ever gotten a what is it?
A fan art?
What's fan art? Very familiar
I
with
mean,
us.
if
We
you
got
take
fan-
out the N.
I thought it
and
was
the
like,
A.
never have you ever gotten a fart. I was like, what is that?
Have you
I was
ever
like,
gotten
what
a
was
fart?
that?
I have gotten a fart, to be honest.
God.
Very inappropriate times. Okay, no.
Okay. Drawn by a fan. Oh, like fan
Oh,
art.
fan
oh my
art.
God, like caricature things. What is that?
No. So,
No.
yeah, that is our cat.
I'd be
I
afraid. It'd
locked
be
him
like
up.
really bad.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
JCTV,
JCTV.
yes.
JCTV
You
gets
guys
you.
are,
We
we
don't
have like
forgive me.
screwed this up so much,
Okay.
JCTV. We don't have. You guys are all prepared. You have like
No.
the iPad out. and
I've
we're like,
never.
We're
got-
like trying to
we-
read it on the screen.
We've never received any fan art, and it would be pretty cool if we did.
Rich is a surfer, but has Sarah ever surfed? No. Sarah does not know how to swim. To be
Oh,
honest.
she's gonna make some fan art for us.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Oh
Heck
my
yeah,
gosh,
I can't
will
wait.
seriously put it
Yeah.
up. I would love that.
So,
Thank
and
you.
we're getting a PO box really
Yes,
soon.
we'll put that
So
up there.
we'll put, if you look at our channel, actually by next week we'll have a PO box. So it'll make it easy
Oh,
for you to send
thank
to.
you.
That
You're
is
so
awesome.
sweet. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
very
Thank-
cool.
What does it say? Korean? What is it?
Oh,
Korean
it's
the
Korean the Animator.
See,
yeah.
this is why JCTV. You guys have your iPad out, and we're like
I know,
squinting,
we gotta
all
do this.
old
Okay.
people over here. Trying
Have
to.
you ever surfed?
No, because I am a horrible swimmer.
Awful.
I can't swim.
Like,
I
it's
not
bad. Like
the big.
I
swimmer.
grew up swimming
So-
like before I could walk. We had a pool in at our house at the time, and I
Yeah.
kid you not, like my mom has pictures. I'm floating in the pool and whatever. And I'm not able to walk yet. And then I joined a swim team. By the time I was like 3 or 4, because my brothers were on the swim team and they were older.
You go up
And I
on the
swam
swim.
and I did rough water swim when I was like 6 years old and all that. So I grew up like swimming was just like something you do. Everybody can do it. And then I
Not
started
everybody.
dating Sarah, and she doesn't.
No,
she
I'm
has
like
this thing.
fearful.
She has this thing about putting her head underwater,
I'm
and
not doing
I
that.
can't even comprehend. I'm like,
No.
whoop, like you'll be fine.
I was
and
the
she
kid.
can't do
I
it.
was the kid in swim lessons, and my parents have all these stories like how embarrassing. First of all, they had like the 7-year-old in like the 3-year-old swim class because I didn't graduate from it, and then
I'm gonna start y'all fan art. Be
Aw,
right back.
thank
Oh,
you,
very
so
cool. Okay,
sweet.
cool.
So anyway, I bit the swim instructor at 7 years old.
She was the biter. There's always one in every
And then they
swim
just
class.
gave up. My parents were just
She
like,
was it.
peace, you're out, you're done. So I don't know how to swim. I
So
mean, like, I
I
can doggy
wanted-
paddle.
We were like 19 or 20, and I was like, I really want to like teach you. So I tried to teach her how to swim, and she did get a little better. But then we went to the beach,
I like bodyboard.
and I got her to do like a little boogie board in water you could like still stand up in, but she's just way too fearful to like go under the water.
Oh, you were a swim instructor lifeguard. Well,
Oh,
were you
nice.
at if he was at Minerva High, I may have bit you, but I
Were
don't
you-
think Wait, what? You bit the teacher? Yes, I
Yeah,
bit the
she
teacher.
bit the teacher.
Rich actually,
She
since
bit the teacher.
JCTV is kind of, they know
Oh,
our
you did that
area.
in Monrovia High?
I did, and Richard did it at Arcadia High School.
Yeah,
so maybe
I
he
swam
had,
on
like,
the team,
knew you
Arcadia
at some point.
Riptides.
I feel like we need to talk with you guys because I feel like you guys might know like Rich has older brothers that went to like Arcadia High and like
Yeah.
so I don't know
True.
if you but I know Arcadia.
Dana.
Anyway,
middle
I'm giving
school
away
or
way too much
junior high,
information,
actually,
but we
when
need
they
to talk. Okay,
Yep.
so no, I do not swim very well. I go to the beach and I just like sit around. I mean,
I used to go to Arcadia.
plunge all the time. Yes, so did you,
Yeah,
right?
I loved it. I used to I literally
so
swam
funny.
in that pool every single day from like the age of 3 until
Rich grew
11.
up in Arcadia until
I
was,
kid you not,
14.
like every day. So So, and there were times I had a pool at my house until I was like 6. It didn't matter. We'd swim there, and then later at night we'd go swimming at the Arcadia pool. I went to swim practice every day. It was like my
And
second
it's cool
home.
because like our kids are doing like soccer in Arcadia now,
Right.
and it's like so
Region
nostalgic for Rich because it's like everything.
that's where I did
So
soccer.
anyway,
Yeah, it was
all right,
cool.
sorry,
Yeah.
we're local, so that's why they know.
All right.
we're
That was
from
an
our
awesome
area.
question, though. I
Yes.
like that one.
Any other? And then we should let you guys go. I can't believe our kids are so quiet. Like either they're in there like dead or they're like they're sleeping.
The best case scenario that would be they fell asleep.
I have to make 50 breakfast burritos tonight for homeschool tomorrow.
50?
Still. So, any other questions? What do you
I
guys
just
think?
gotta like wash up my uniform. I gotta go to drill tomorrow.
Rich is doing drill for the Marines. My mom was like, why did you say that publicly?
Quiet kids mean mischief or sleep.
Yeah.
I know, and I know it's gonna be the
It's
mischief.
the first one.
Is the first.
They don't sleep.
Yeah.
They kind of do, not a lot. We had a night the other night, you guys. We were trying to get up our Rich in the Little House on the Prairie video.
Oh my goodness.
I'm.
It's barely done, but
Oh,
it's.
thank you. She's so
it
sweet.
worked, yeah,
What does it say?
Or
Or now for us, Connor and Minecraft. Oh my gosh, really? Minecraft. I keep hearing
Minecraft.
that. The boys haven't gotten into it yet, but you guys liked it. Thank
Oh,
you.
awesome,
We didn't know. Rich
yeah.
was like, once I had
Okay.
it all done, he was like,
So
I
we're
don't
working
know.
on doing the editing and stuff. I'm just looking at it. She's the editor by far, right? She does all that editing.
He's the face. of the fun
Yeah.
house.
I'm the money maker.
He's like, you got nothing without me.
Yeah. I'm the ideas guy without me. No, that's not even
No.
totally true. Anyway, so she's doing the editing, and it's like 3 in the morning, and she's like, "Don't you fall asleep on me."
I was up
And
so
I'm
late.
like,
I
"I'm so
can't do
tired."
it. Wait, okay,
But
Mama
the
JCTV,
kids-
you homeschool, so you know it's like, when do you get time to yourself?
I know, but
so it's
so
like
the,
I can't do it when
but
they're like
the
at
kids,
school because
the
they're home.
kids had woken up already by like 2:30 in the morning, and they didn't like
It was
we got them to
one.
bed early.
It was when
And
I woke
then
up first,
and then one woke up,
and they
got-
all
and
insist
they
on
all-
being in the same room.
And I
bunk
kid you
beds.
not,
Like,
none of them went to sleep until 5. So she's editing the whole time.
with like a kid on me.
I'm watching kids.
And then finally
it
we're
just
just
became
like,
a
it's like
mess.
4 a.m. and Rich is like, I'm like, it's done. And he's like, let's go to Del Taco. So we totally took the kids to Del Taco. Are you reading my text?
Yeah, because
texts are
but they're
coming in.
talking because
People
they
are
said.
texting me and they're like, hey, we're trying to get onto your live.
Yeah, I'm
like,
trying to like squint and see. it,
sorry,
yeah.
losers. Okay, it's our family.
Dang.
It's our family, like texting
That's
in. I'm
all
like,
right.
if it were anybody else, I wouldn't
Can I
have said
draw you guys with animal,
Animal
ears,
ears,
please?
please. Oh,
What
totally.
Animal ears do you want to have?
that. I want to be a cat or
Okay.
like an alpaca. I feel like that's my spirit animal.
Yeah, she could totally be an alpaca.
I don't even know what spirit animal
All right.
means. I just
And
know.
I would like husky ears, like little,
Are
but
you
like
making
sharp,
this
you know,
super hard on you?
some husky ears. That's how I want it. Yeah,
He wants a husky.
I love.
And then the boys
huskies.
want a German Shepherd. And I don't want to clean one where things poop. So I don't want.
Okay, husky.
I'll
Yeah!
take a husky.
Boom! Got it.
All right.
For Rich.
Oh, you got a husky. That's
I
cute.
got a husky.
All right, you guys. What else to see?
Have you ever eaten In-N-Out burger animal style?
Oh my
Heck
gosh.
yeah.
Yes.
I've had the French fries animal style. I've had the burger animal style. If they could
Thank
animal
you.
style my
Sweet
Coke
and Sarah.
somehow, I would have
He's
the
so
Coke
bad too.
animal
And
style.
this is what Rich does. This is what Rich does. Because the boys like the boys are like picky 4 and 5-year-old. They're like, we want like just a grilled cheese, but we don't want like anything on it but cheese and bread. And I'm like, really? I'm paying like $4.50 for this.
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
French fries animal style are the best. They are.
They
And
totally
you know, so I have a buddy who worked for In-N-Out since he was like 16, and he still does some work with them, like in the training part
Oh,
of
yeah,
it. Has done like really well by In-N-Out and whatnot. Anyway, he knows like all the off the menu stuff, of course, right? Some of it though, the one that I heard that I remembered was the double fried French fries. Do you remember that? We did it one night.
Oh yeah.
They
and the
will
cocoa,
like
I just don't get hot
double
chocolate.
dip the fries, double fried, and it's good, but it's almost so savory you can only
It's
have
a
so
little
much of
much.
it.
Yeah.
But obviously with that dressing, you know what I'm saying?
But Rich will always be like, I'm dieting. I can't do In-N-Out. And then I'll
I'm
be like,
dieting,
okay.
and then we
I'll
get
get a
there,
text and he's
she'll
like,
go through the
He's
line.
like,
though.
just the animal fries. I'm
Then
like,
she's like,
"What's the
I'll be
worst
like,
thing for
just
you?"
give me the animal style fry. You know what?
Sorry,
Give me the
Sarah,
cheeseburger while
I
you're at
didn't
it.
listen to your animal. Oh, I would like to be an alpaca
Alpaca
or like some sort of a cat or something.
or a cat. Alpaca or a cat for Sarah.
Those are my go-to. I have this like obsession with alpacas, you guys. I don't know. I want to own a ranch and like ride up on my alpaca.
Who rides an alpaca?
Me.
There probably is. I know. There's probably some photos
and
out there.
you know how
people
they're
that
like
I know.
trendy now?
Okay,
Susie,
Susie
worked
worked
for
for
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out for a
Oh,
while
when
when
we were dating.
dating. It was awesome.
She took me to an In-N-Out picnic. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Is that like the best picnic ever? It's gotta be like
I imagine
amazing.
like they're playing old school softball
heaven.
and like
Be right back.
it's a great team effort, right? They probably have the
Yeah,
potato
seriously.
sack race, right? We each share a leg.
Heck yes.
Like right, like that is I mean, come on, like that, it has to be that way. That's In and Out, right? It's
In-N-Out.
gotta be, right?
That's what a hamburger's all about.
It's what it's all about.
All right. So I'm trying to think what else. We were sharing earlier that we met in high school. Rich and I met in high school, so we were kind of just giving some of our nostalgic
Yeah.
past.
Free food, games, amazing prize giveaways, rides. See,
Oh my,
In-N-Out-
rides! Oh my
In-N-Out
gosh.
is the best. I'm
It
telling
is.
you.
It's amazing.
I'm telling you, it is excellent.
We're
It
like
is.
In-N-Out. You can send us.
I think-
the
I think
In-N-Out.
I'm gonna go to In-N-Out right now. Actually,
But you know what? They're really good with their customer service too. And Susie, because you worked for them, you know this. But like, I'm sure. Because I noticed, like, whenever there's been a little, even I don't complain. Like, I totally complain behind their back, but I don't complain to people, like, in line. I'm like, I hate this. I can't believe we're waiting. It's not even that good anyway. And then we get up there, and I'm like, hey, yes, I here's $10. And I'm, like, so nice.
Super sweet.
Yeah. I'm kind of a backstabber is what we're saying. So but I've noticed, like, whenever
Kind of a
they're
crap
even, like,
talker.
3 minutes late on something, or they're, like, 3 minutes longer than they should be, they're like, oh, here's a $10 gift card. And they're, like, so
Yeah,
sweet
they are.
and willing to,
Customer service is tip top.
Yeah, and I'm
tip
like-
top. Tip top. Tip top.
All right. I feel awkward because I keep wanting to like look at ourselves in the mirror. In
Oh,
the
I
thing.
just look right at it. So if I look like
He just looks right at it. He's like,
If
I'm
I
dead
look so-
staring
yeah.
into your soul. And I'm like, because I'm not used to looking there on the viewfinder.
oh, but you're supposed to look over.
Everybody says it.
there.
This is like the first like live thing to talk about. Like, where do you look?
Where do I look? Do
All
I look
right.
here? Over here? Over there?
All right. Well, we will give it another minute for other questions, and then we will let everybody
Yeah,
go. And
we'll
we will
go-
happily make our breakfast burritos. You have to help me.
All right.
We do like a fundraiser.
We should have a live stream where you just stare at the camera.
I know, just
yeah,
like-
I'm just like, no words. yeah.
He's like leaning on
Different
me. Like,
poses.
my legs are falling asleep if I stay on the ground. He would do it. He likes it. It's just like, oh, let me strike another pose this way.
You don't gotta call me out publicly like this.
Oh my gosh, you
Live.
guys. Okay, I have to share this like just because it's random and that's how my brain works. We went to this like barber today. It would be awkward. It would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about. Awkward, hilarious. We actually
About
have.
right.
I'm sure. I'm like, we actually have something coming
We
out
actually
in a
have
few weeks.
some more
It's a video just
shows
about that.
just like that. Yeah.
Rich is like he has like a matrix in his mind. He's like, then we'll do this one, and then we'll film this, and then we'll do that, and then some of them I'm like, I can't do that, and then he's like, you're doing it. I'm like, all right, let's get the last,
It's
so I'll do it.
happening. It's happening.
Okay, so we went to this like barber shop today that I've taken Robbie to, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like hipsterish, but they're like
Right.
military
This is
hipsters.
what I want to see. So I'm gonna
Look
show
at
while
this
you
cut.
describe.
What? Like, look at this cut. Like that part so nice and straight.
Boom.
Right?
It was.
They do
I-
like the old school shave and stuff.
So the guy, when he was done, he's like, "How does that look?" And I need to get the cut for the Marines
The Marine
because
Corps.
it has to be like zero, right? Skin and then a fade, and nowhere, and people just don't do it
It's
right.
Gabriel Valley.
It's a simple haircut, but nobody does it that way, so nobody can do it. This guy in Monrovia can do it, right? It was so good at the end of it. I was like, "That's perfect, man. Thank you." And he goes, "Do you mind if I take a picture of it?" So he took
Oh
a
my
picture
gosh.
of it so that he could be able to like post it on his own, business Instagram or whatever. But
Rich
yeah.
came out. No, it's like a hipster, like old school hip. Like I don't know. Is that how you explain it?
It's kind of
Like
hipster.
it's hipster, but they're like
kinda
my
hipster.
age, like 30s, 40s,
Yeah.
and they're just like it's not like ridiculous.
But it's like
hipster,
all American.
It's like all
hipster.
American.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
I've been cutting hair for over 24 years now. Did you?
I'll
Oh, there
make
you go.
anytime.
I've tried it before, and it was
yeah,
not
but
good.
see,
for-
because you're in the public service,
The-
like you know how to do it. You know what I mean? Where, like,
I'm not good with it. We're not-
barbers around here. Like
I've tried to do
supercuts,
it
they
for him
can't do
before,
it.
and it was like
People can't do it or
embarrassing.
not. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway, so they're kind of like a little. It's like a little hipster's place, and Rich comes out, who does not have an Instagram. I mean, I do all of our social media
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Rich comes out and
I
he's
don't
like,
have
"Yeah."
Facebook,
He's
nothing.
like, "The guy took a picture of me for his Insta," and I'm like, "Who is this? Who are you? Like, who's
Yeah.
this guy talking about his Insta?" Anyway,
I'm catching on. I'm quick. I catch on. Shoot.
I didn't see what else somebody else just
Snap
said.
you later.
Did somebody just say something and I didn't see
Yeah,
it?
she said she was almost done.
Aw, she's so sweet.
Korea animator.
Korea animator. Okay, very.
the
anime-
Korean
I forget the name. I'm
animator.
sorry. If you call it Insta, you are hip.
You're a hip.
And I
Yeah,
read that one
that's
time.
I'm cool now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Insta. I got put up all over Insta. And then I snapped him with it. That's for Snapchat. Snap.
He's just like learning about this. Like every time I'll just
Snap
like,
you later.
I don't tell Rich when we do these ridiculous videos in the car all the time, and I'm just like, hey, you're on, and smile.
And I'm like, why do I have ears on my head? I have like a bunny nose. What is that about? He just brushed his collar.
Oh, he does. He's a
I do what I do, you know.
the 24-hour show in this one. All right, guys. I'm going to wait and see. The first question on here was my mother. That's how awkward this was. It was
Yeah.
like, we can't read your writing, Sarah.
Your eyes
are brown.
Sarah's
Mine, they're
are like
brown.
an olive
I will
brown.
show you.
And mine are.
I think they're brown.
Mine are more of a green. Mine are. Nobody really knows the color of my eyes. They're like a blue-green. See?
And our
That
boys,
made it awkward.
Our boys, we have one boy with every color eye. We have a brown, a blue, and a green. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Anyway, there's someone else. Haha, I call it
259.
Snappy Chat. Oh, I just saw Liz is on here. Okay, so Liz, you're messaging me on there. I didn't even
Yeah.
see that was her.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
never have said my mean comment earlier if I knew it was you, Auntie Liz. I didn't know who it was.
Just shouldn't
Anyway,
be
okay,
mean.
we will let you get going. Mama really wants to get together with you guys. Let's try to something out, maybe some pizza so the boys can enjoy it. Yeah, that would be really good.
Good idea. Very,
Very
good
good.
idea. Yeah, pizza
All right.
works. It's so much easier to do too. Okay.
Yes. All right, we're gonna go make our breakfast burritos and let everybody
Breakfast
go and
burritos.
plan for homeschool tomorrow. And we will see everybody else tomorrow. Are we post? Oh, we're posting tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
trying to post every day this week except Monday, but it gets awkward, so I'm not gonna say we're gonna.
Well, no,
post
every day but Sunday.
Well, we didn't post Monday.
Oh, I got you.
All right, we'll see if it happens.
And I'll be gone, so.
Shouldn't say that publicly.
I mean, I'll be around.
And I'm leaving. To
Yeah.
Mexico.
We'll all be gone.
Well, I'll be gone, but like a bunch of people will be staying in our house.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
we'll
say
be
that.
well watched.
All right, we'll see everybody next time, and we will see you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
He's like, and I'll be gone for
be
8
gone.
years
in Los Angeles, I'm not going far. I'll come home every day.
Get this Nest
any
cameras
random
out.
time. Yeah.
I never post that kind of stuff publicly. I always am a week behind. I'm like, so Rich was gone last week, and he's
Yeah,
like
that's
currently
good.
gone.
That's good.
All right, we'll talk to everybody. What did she say? Kids are sleeping too quiet. No, they're in there like tearing
One
up
of
the house.
them's awake.
Watching
At least
somebody
one
else
of
is
them.
texting us, you guys, like from Facebook. They're like sending us messages.
One of them's awake.
One of them's awake, and the others are about. We like threatened. I'm like, if you come in, like at all.
If you come in.
All right,
You
I'll let
will
you guys go.
never,
I'm gonna let you
ever-
say, see you mañana.
Oh. Peace, manana.
He
That's
always
my
says
cue.
little face. Yeah. All right. See you guys next time.
Yep.
How do we awkwardly? I always awkwardly turn these
Go,
things off.
let's push this button here.
Shut up. Oh, scoop myself
Never
over.
have I ever known how to turn this off.
Okay, this is gonna get really close and personal and awkward.
Oh, it is.
Oh, my double chin's showing. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
It's such a weirdo. Okay, and just so you all know, it still records after you hang up because I learned that the hard way one time. When I'm done, I'll post it to YouTube because I have no other social media.
Cool.
Thank you. All right, bye
Much
guys. See you guys
appreciated.
later. Bye.